it's me. So today, as you can tell from the title and from the thumbnail, we're making some pucker toes. Now there's several different ways that you can make pucker toes. So if mine are the kind that you're interested in, then I'll demonstrate how to put them together. But because I'm not 100% sure, or I wasn't 100% sure how to draft moccasins, I, again, just like the last video, turned towards another native YouTuber to learn how to do it. So the YouTuber that I watched to learn how to draft a pucker toe moccasin is called Pliers. I will of course link their channel in the description, as well as all 4 videos in the series that they made about making moccasins. I really only followed their tutorial that showed me how to draft the pattern and how to pucker the toes. But for the remainder of like how to put the moccasin together, I kind of already knew how to. In this video, just like any tutorial or vlogtorial that I do, the materials that I used will be listed in the description box, as well as a link to some of the items. And with all that being said, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing I'm doing is tracing his foot onto paper, and then following the instructions given by Trip Charbs for drafting the pattern. Again, Trip's videos will be linked in the description. Well, this kind of sucks. It has a hole right here, right here, right here. Like, it's got holes all up in this, which I guess is the crappy part about buying leather from online and not from somebody you know or from a vendor, because then you can check out the leather. Like, I wouldn't really mind something like this if I didn't need big old pieces for moccasins. So I guess I'm just gonna, I think it'll be fine. I think I can pull off getting these moccasins cut out of here without these holes impacting it. Okay, so now I have all the pieces cut out, and these parts sit on top of the foot, and I want to do a little bit of beadwork on here, and I'm going to do it now instead of doing it after. So before picking out the beads, I went and grabbed some that I had like in a container in my room. And I don't know if you recall, if you watched the last moccasin video I did, I was like, I could have sworn I had some lighter blue. I thought I had a lighter blue in here. I must not have. And yeah, here they are. They were just in a different spot. But his favorite color is actually purple, and I think this is the only purple that I have besides this 2-cut. I don't want to do 2 cuts on his moccasins. I think that he typically likes a deeper purple than this, but it's the only purple I have. I mean, my dad is a metalhead. He's kind of gothy, and I think that's the type of purple that he likes. So I'm going to use this dark red that I have here, and then I have some black in the other room. And those are what I'm going to use for his beadwork. Trip Charms also has a really good trick for making evenly spaced puckers, which I'm using here by marking the spots at which I'm going to stitch. Just like the last moccasin video, I forgot to film that you need lacing again. But here, I'm starting at the center of the toes, placing the leather right sides together with the lacing between them. When starting out, I found it easier to attach the lacing to the top first. Then attaching all 3 layers together. Then I whip stitched on the same spot. Whip stitching is where you stitch your thread, or in this case sinew, over the edge. I want to continue working on the top side, so I'm pushing the needle back towards the top in that same spot. Then I moved over to the next spot, stitching through the top and the lacing. Then moving the needle over to the next spot on the bottom layer. Once I pushed the needle through the bottom layer, I formed the pucker and then whip stitched and pulled the sinew tight to hold the pucker in place. Then I brought the needle back to the side of the top. Repeat this all the way around the top, doing one side at a time. Keep lining up the end of the top with the markings on the bottom. These markings mark where the top is supposed to end. Sometimes you need to add extra puckers or take away puckers to make them line up. Once you get to a point on the side of the moccasin where you have enough puckers to line up the top with those markings, then stitch the top flat to the bottom. Clip off the excess lacing. Then clip the markings on the heel. I felt like I needed to cut less than I marked in order to make it fit my dad's foot. You should have a piece of lacing for the next seam as well. Place the heel right sides together with the lacing between them and stitch the entire edge. Clip off the excess lacing when you're done. Now we need to stitch the bottom of the heel. Hold the opening flat like so and then stitch across. Okay, so what I realized with this tutorial that I was following, that this is it. Like, I think that he puts fur on afterwards. And I didn't follow my own advice that I always give to you guys, which is watch my videos through, you know, just in case there's something that I miss or something different that you want. I don't know, whatever. Because I didn't realize that it wasn't going to include, you know, lacing and something on the ankle. So what I just did is I'm cutting out a long piece of leather here, and I'll cut out another one for the other moccasin, but I'm just going to like fold it in half like so, and then I'm going to put it right sides together with the moccasin and then stitch it. And then what will happen is once it's stitched, when this part right here will fold up, and then it'll have a seam right here. And then I'm going to put lacing. I don't know if I'm going to put it all the way around or if I'm just going to stitch some lacing on the very end, but I'll let you know. Hi, future Chelsea here. So I've actually made another pair of Mocs. These are for my daughter, and the problem that I had with not having leather right here, I ended up modifying the pattern. In the old one, it just went straight down, so I just made it flare out a little. You should make it flare out more if you would like to like fold this top over so you don't have this raw edge, but these are just Mocs for a little person, so I just left the rough edge there. So yeah. The last step is adding laces. I just cut a long piece of lacing for each moccasin and then cut each of those pieces in half. Then I placed about a 1/2 to 3/4 inch of the end of the lacing inside that spacing we just created, and then I stitched it into place. And that's it for these pucker toes. Remember to go check out Trip Charbs. The links to his videos will be in the description and at the end of this video. I hope this was helpful or entertaining or whatever you want it to be, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, my pequamin.